Good morning, Vlogmas, December 13th. It's very early. I got good sleep, but I have to get up earlier because the HUD inspectors are potentially coming to my apartment today. They don't tell the management until the day of which apartments they're looking at, but we were given a notice that we have to be ready at a certain time, so I'm getting up early and yeah, hopefully they don't inspect me this time. Anyway, that's what's on the agenda for today. Just having a hard-boiled egg here for breakfast. Keeping it simple. Well, I found out that they are going to inspect my apartment this morning. So, God, it was so cold. I walked over to get my mail from yesterday, and I'd sent a text to the office person, and yep, they're mostly looking for stuff that the management needs to do to the apartments. That's really what they're looking for. I'll let you know how that goes today. So, even though I prefer to meditate in the morning, the inspection got done. It was very brief. Thank God that's over, and I'm going to go ahead and meditate. And then after I get done with that, I'm going to try to do my laundry if the laundry room is free. We'll see what happens. Trying to go do my sheets, which I've wanted to do for the last week. Let's give it a go. Hopefully the laundry room is free. Success, success, success. Look at that. I got the sun on my face. As I'm walking back. Yeah, I had a meditation before I took the clothes over. That felt good. It really disrupts my routine when I don't do meditation in the morning. So, important start to the day, just like breakfast. While I'm waiting to go put my sheets in the dryer, I thought I'd tell you a little Christmas story. So when I was a kid, I was really into Santa Claus. Like, the Santa Claus was the best. The way my parents used to do it is that we got wrapped presents, which were from them, and of course other people. And then we had our stuff from Santa was left out Christmas morning without any wrapping. So we always knew what was from Santa because it wasn't wrapped and it was just sitting there waiting for us. And my mother was really big on Christmas, but my dad was too. And so it was like a big deal every year, the whole Christmas thing. Well, the year I turned 7 years old, the reason I believed so strongly in Santa even after that is when I was 7, we were living in Alabama somewhere near an army. I think it was near Fort Rucker, Alabama. Anyway, we were living in a duplex, like housing. It was like a 3-bedroom duplex or something. Anyway, I had my own room, but I was such a scaredy cat at that age that I used to, every time I had a bad dream or got scared, I used to go into my parents' room and crawl into bed with them in the middle of the night. I'm sure they really loved that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just ate that up. So, but on Christmas Eve that year, I remember distinctly, like, I don't know if I had trouble going to sleep or I don't know if something woke me up or whatever, but I go across the hall and I go into my parents' room and I get into bed. Now, my parents are both in bed, okay? And I'm in bed with them and I hear first of all, I hear like jingle bells, like the sound of bells in the living room. And then I hear like somebody moving around. And I'm thinking, well, that is weird. my parents are both here. So that has to be Santa. I was so sure that was Santa. Like, oh, so sure that was Santa. And I didn't even wake my parents up, and I was just laying there for a while. And then it finally, the noise kind of went away. I know it wasn't my sister. My sister wouldn't have been up doing that at like, I don't know what time it was, 3 or 4 in the morning. So, and my sister was only like 14 or something at the time. Well, anyway, I get up in the morning, and what I remember is that Christmas, I swear, I got more gifts than I'd ever had. Like, it seemed like the whole living room was just full of Santa gifts. And I remember at that point telling my parents what I had heard the night before, and they were like, oh, and they didn't like seem even to be disbelieving, which was weird. And so that just cemented it for me. I was thinking, oh, Santa must exist. Well, I'll tell you, that's a hard thing to kill. Because after that, when the years after I was 7, you'd go to school and kids were like, oh, Santa isn't real and blah. And I said, oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. I have the receipts for that, let me tell you. And so I was hardcore probably till I was about 12 about Santa. Anyway, I just had to share that. It was a lot of fun. And you know what? There is something magical about Christmas. There's always just this magical sense of spirit to me on Christmas Eve. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'd like to still believe that Santa exists. Of course, I'm not going to say anything otherwise on this channel. Anyway, that's my Christmas story. Fresh sheets. Accomplished. Feels good. Need to change my sheets. I always like fresh sheets. Telling that story about my Christmas experience as a child made me, of course, think about doing another Christmas song for you. And this particular song I'm going to do is called Silver Bells. And I think it was my mom's favorite Christmas song. It could have been in the top 3. I'm not totally sure. I just remember her always telling me how much she loved it. So I'm going to do Silver Bells. If you don't want to hear me sing, this is your time to tune out now. Otherwise, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And avert your ears. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. People laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Happy Vlogmas. We'll see you in a couple of days. Enjoy the holiday season.